Pandas. Welcome to the stream, pandas. Glad that you guys are here. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Hey, let's get those two-legged pullbacks. Let's get that bamboo today. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today might be. Also, make sure you hit that like button. Hitting that like button helps the stream. Let's get to 100 likes before the market open today. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Not gonna lie, I'm a little interested here. A little interested here to go short on this L4 setup here. One second, pandas. I'm looking at this setup here. Kinda interested in this. It's just kind of like in the middle of nowhere and kind of like this L4 setup. Broke it again here. Failed breakout, as you can see up top. Right, it came down, spiked below it, and came back up. Now it's creating this failed breakout here, failed trap. I might be interested here. I'll wait till market open. I was tempted. This L4 setup of pandas. Let's wait for the market open. Alright, pandas, hope everyone's doing well. This is Buy My Money. Welcome to my channel for those who are new. We trade the S&P futures here, only one single instrument, and we love to trade the two-legged pullback. It's just a two-legged move, and in the right context, it's a greater than 90% probability to make 1 point. It's a move that looks like this, either 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up, and we like to enter into the second entry right here. Right here, we call it an ABC pattern, or first pullback, first entry, second pullback. But I like to say ABC, it's just much easier to see, or much easier to say. If you'd like more information about the setup, you can check out the description below. Their playlist is going into great details about this setup. Also, we trade pure price action here. So I don't have RSI indicators, I don't have any momentum indicators. All I have are indicators that help me with price action. 20 EMA here, 240 SMA. Also, an indicator that counts all legs for us and identifies second entries. If you don't know how to use the indicator or read the indicator, just look to the right of the screen, right of the chart. When this is a dark red or dark green diamond, that means it's a second entry, and we look for that color on this diamond on those key entry points, such as moving averages, trend lines, channels. For instance, right here, two-legged pullback. Actually had a nice H4 here, bounced off the 240 SMA with the H4 overnight, and it made a nice little scalp here. But notice here, right after that was a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback enough to make a point here. Right after that, there was another two-legged pullback. A, B, C with an excellent signal bar, making a nice swing down here. Possible measure move. Was it a measure move? That was a measure move plus a point, plus a little bit more, but essentially a measure move from this high to this low. And then typically you do measure moves after consolidation, trend. When there's a little bit of consolidation, which is typically the two-legged pullback, then you can find a nice measure move. But that happened overnight. I wasn't up, 3 in the morning to trade that, but the setup is there. Price action is the same no matter what, any time frame. Also, there's a trading range indicator that finds trading ranges using pure price action. If you'd like more information about either of these indicators, you can check out the official website bottom right of your screen at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Alright, that's it for the introduction, pandas. Let's get that bamboo. Let's get those two-legged pullbacks. Let's find the best setups possible today. Pandas, Hey, good morning, pandas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do I have members only chat on or something? What is going on? Where are all my pandas? Good morning, AJ Santa Maria. Good morning, Brandon Jones. Good morning, Bill Jesso. D-Lu, good morning, SLB Blaze. Good morning, AJ Santa Maria. Good morning. Scott Hubbard, good morning. Kelly Ann, good morning, pandas. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It looks like it's like a members only chat. I don't think I turned that on. I really don't think I did. It looks like I did. Did I turn that on? I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't. H4 still kind of good here, or L4, sorry. L4 setup here. If you'd like to know what an L4 setup is, you can check out the frequently asked questions in the description below. Good morning, guys. Phil W, good morning. Daniel S, good morning. Mujtaba Hassan asks, which chart is this? Just read the title. If you read the title, you'll know. If you're asking what time frame it is, it's a 2000 tick chart. Frequently asked questions, link below. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Richard Harris says, us pandas are no longer endangered, huh? Price action is very interesting today, to say the least. We have a two-legged pullback here on the 10K chart after a breakdown. Might be worth even taking the short here. Ooh, I got a lot of lines on my chart. Let's get rid of some of these guys. These guys are no longer relevant for me. So for my 2K chart, it's very simple. I just have this spike channel, and this channel was going on for a very long time until it finally broke down here and had one more push up. So this was a sign of a major trend reversal, right? We broke the trend line, and notice this trend line actually from this pivot to this pivot way back here. Finally, when we broke it, we made a new high, and then actually that new high was a two-legged pullback. A, B, C, the lower high setup, and that was the beginning of the reversal. And from here, if you actually were able to get in, you know, I wasn't looking at the charts at this time, but if you're able to get in here, you would have yourself a nice swing here. Very nice swing if you're able to get into a major trend reversal. But not only that, you had a trap right here as well, which is a nice setup as well. After the major trend reversal, this trap setup is another entry into that. And then the H4 brought it back with a small pullback, and then another leg down measure move. So that happened overnight. But the most interesting thing to me, pandas, I'll kind of go over what will happen today. Good morning, guys. H Cal, good morning. Mike Carroll, good morning. F Zang, good morning. Welcome back, guys. Vamshi, good morning. Steve T, good morning, guys. Good morning, pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Be more boarding says, let's go, baby. Most of you guys think it's a trading range day today, and most of the time these polls end up you guys thinking trading range because it's like the safest bet. And it is, it's true. Probability wise, it is the safest bet to think today will be a trading range day today. In fact, the trend days are a lot less than the trading range days. But I'll go over what I think today might be. And for me, something interesting happened. And I'll go over what happened here. Ending this poll. DX says, morning, Michael. I don't know who Michael is. Pandas, notice the daily chart. Something very interesting had happened. Something I was waiting for a very long time. And it finally happened. Basically, we had a spike with a 1 bar spike. 1 bar spike. Channel. We've been channeling up. We finally broke that spike down. Bouncing off the 20 MA. Came back up with a strong bull bar. This setup kind of looks like this, right? They kind of look similar, but they are in different areas. This happened, a failed breakdown of the 20 MA. This is happening above the 20 MA. But the most pertinent thing, measure move. This low to this high, first major pullback. From this low, measure move, right? This pink line is the exact same thing as this pink line. They're identical. I'll copy and paste it right now again. As you can see, they are identical. They're identical. And I drew a horizontal line at the top of that measure move. We missed that measure move by 1 tick on the daily. 1 tick. To me, that's close enough for the daily chart. That's just like a rounding error when you draw these, when you draw these measure moves. I might have drew a little too high right here. It could be like those little things, but that's essentially a rounding error. And to me, the measure move has been hit. That's what this horizontal line is here. That measure move was hit and it reversed. That's exactly where we had the major trend reversal on that measure move. So I do have my eyes actually set on a short play today and maybe a short swing. I'm going to look for a short swing here and maybe I can hold on to it for a long time today. Let's see here, pandas. Let's see. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think it's worth trying, giving it a shot, knowing that we hit that measure move perfectly. And not only that, we bounced off of it, had a major trend reversal on the smaller time frames. And so it might be a good place, but look at pandas. I mean, every bar is new information and we're getting it. So to me, this is kind of in a random spot. I would like if this L4 setup was somewhere actually important, key area. Like, even yesterday's or Friday's close, last trading day's close, that might be good enough for me. Maybe looking for micro double top or double top. Notice on the 10K chart, this was essentially the first break of trend. Right, spike, channel, break of trend. Yeah, draw the channel. Something like this, channel, something like this. So on the 10K chart, spike, channel, break of trend. I actually broke the trend here and made a new high. You can count that. But I think I would be maybe a little more generous here and say the actual break of trend is probably when we started breaking below the 20 MA. And now, what we typically will wait for is a higher high or a two-legged pullback. And the 10K is currently forming a two-legged pullback here. So after the break of the 20 MA, we look for a two-legged pullback to see if we can get an entry. But we shall see, pandas. Hey, market's about to open in 1 minute. Woo! I kind of want to swing this, pandas. I kind of want to swing it. I do. I kind of want to go short here, pandas. Knowing that we hit that measure move and I think that bounce off was good enough, but I would like to be closer to one of these points here. But we got about 15 seconds to market open, pandas. Let's wait for the market to open. Kern just says, just moved in from holiday. Congrats, Kern. Did you just moved in from holiday, huh? Did you move your actual house or did you just come back from vacation? Coming back up to a key area here, close to one. Ooh. I'm looking for a short play here. I don't know if that was it. I don't know if this is it. This could be the reversal here. It's just in an awkward place. We filled this gap, as you guys can see, pandas. We filled the gap from this low. Oh, we didn't fill it yet. We missed it by 1 tick. That gap was missed by 1 tick. Ooh. Okay, we're coming down now. Coming down hard. Man, that might have been the entry I should have waited for. I should have gone in. 20 EMA might act as some support here. It did bounce off the 20 EMA. I'm watching very closely here, pandas. We missed that gap by 1 tick. Actually incredible. From here to here, missed it by 1 tick, and we reversed, showing eagerness from the bears to come in. Looking to go short, pandas. I'm looking for a short entry, but I'm not getting it right now. It's just going down. It's just going down. Man. That could have been the swing I was looking for. I might have missed it. It happened right at market open, unfortunately. No. I wanted that swing trade. It's okay, pandas. We'll wait for it. Main reason why is because we already hit the measure move, and I think we have enough evidence here that either big trading range or actual reversal, and this is an attempt to make a double top here. This is the market's attempt to try and make a double top. $10K chart was a two-legged pullback. The 10K chart made a two-legged pullback, made a point, made a scalp. Let's see if we can find an entry here, pandas. I mean, my only entry here now to go short is this. Something like this, two-legged pullback. But I don't know if the market will allow it, because if this is a strong reversal, the two-legged pullback won't even happen. Two-legged pullback is essentially the discount from the market. The market's typically stingy. But if this is a strong reversal point, this could be the reversal of the day. I'm hoping we can find an entry here, pandas. I'm hoping we can find an entry, but we'll see. Well, welcome back, Kern, Tanner Neal, good morning. Jacob Lesnick, good morning. JX, good morning. $20 EMA is providing some sort of support. Also, top of the trading range, providing some support here. I don't know how strong that support will last. That's a 4-point swing. Nice 4-point swing here. This is a first entry. Notice how we're floating above the 20 EMA now. We missed that gap by 1 tick, pandas. We missed that gap by 1 tick. Couldn't even fill this gap from this low. Look, notice how this gap was never filled. Even with this bar right here, after this breakdown, this gap never filled. 1 tick, right? The devils in details. Even though it's 1 tick, that's huge information showing us eagerness from the bears. I can't even fill in right there. Imagine if you went long right there and you couldn't even get out, break even. This is a first entry, pandas, and I just first entry. It is a lower high first entry. We might get our two-legged pullback here. That'd be nice. Let's see if we can get a two-legged pullback. But notice, pandas, this is in a precarious place, but this will be a Pikachu potentially. I'm looking for this Pikachu if it happens. Some might think, why don't you just go long? Why don't you just go long? Buy my money. Two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA. Why don't you just go long? We're in an uptrend. Market cycle. Pikachu trade here. Looking at that Pikachu. Could make a measure move here. From this low to this high. Potential measure move here for this Pikachu. Getting some choppiness. Also top of the trading range. We have a trading range here is the top of it. Pikachu's gone. Still a two-legged pullback. Terrible signal bar at the moment. Just priming out my order though, just in case it might create a good signal bar. Terrible signal bar. Not interested in that. Keeping this measure moves targets here. Notice it makes a perfect scalp. Potential trap trade still. Absolute scalp made. So that was actually a good second entry to the long side. And that's what other traders are doing, right? They see this move upwards to like a pullback with a higher low setup, and they are looking to go long here actually. For me, missing that by one tick made me think we were reversing here. Now it's creating a cup and handle. A type of cup and handle here. Gap most likely will be filled. Gap is filled. Last trading day's close was touched. If it's a strong trend day today, then this major trend reversal will fail. Basically, you break a trend, new high, hitting yesterday's close. Two-legged pullback. Typically what we look for is a lower high setup here at this moment. So we want this two-legged pullback to trigger and then a lower high setup. Right now my premise is built around the fact that we hit this measure move, and so this is why I'm looking for a short trade here, pandas. And you might think I'm trying to trade counter trend right now, but in my opinion, this to me could be trading range. And so for me, when I see something like this, I'm looking for a reversal near the top of the trading range, which to me was marked by the measure move. So this is why I'm actually looking for some sort of major trend reversal, not because I'm trying to trade counter trend. I am trying to trade actually counter trend. That's exactly what you want to do in a trading range. But right now, we're letting the market price action talk to us. I'm gonna look for the lower high setup. I'm not gonna go in this first one. I need to go onto a lower high setup here. If it's a really good signal bar, I may go into it. If it's a nice signal bar, I might enter this first entry, or really a second entry, but the first reversal on this higher low or new extreme, right? Breaking, make a new trend, break up trend, two-legged pullback back up, top of trading range. A good signal bar. Let's see what our 10K chart looks like. 10K chart has recaptured a 20 MA. That's a pretty good signal bar. Yeah, it's too late. Perfect scalp already made. Absolute scalp already made. Looking for that lower high setup if we can get it. Lower high setup is actually a higher probability than that entry right there. The lower high setup is a higher probability. But Al Brooks will say your risk will be greater. So you might want to, you know, depends on how you want to. If you want to swing it, then you're gonna have to put your stop above the actual, you know, this point here. Even though it's a lower high setup, but I'm looking for a lower high setup. That was a good signal bar, but I was looking at the 10K chart and it just triggered so quick, couldn't see it. Kellyanne says she sees a bull flag on the 5 minute. Let's take a look at the 5 minute. Kellyanne says she sees a bull flag here. And we're gliding above the 20 MA. We're surfing on top of it. A strong breakout wicks here. A failed breakout wicks. Looking for a lower high setup if possible. This is very strong here. Very strong. Very strong. If I went short here, small risk, big reward. Let's see if we can get a lower high setup. We need to break above the previous candle's high. And we can ride this down to the bottom of this trading range, I think. I think we can do that. We might get our lower high setup here, pandas. It needs to break a previous candle's high and push down again. That's the setup I'm looking for. Looks like the market is being stingy and not giving us our first entry so we can get our lower high, or really our second pullback, or really technically third pullback. High potential to get it now. Okay, lower high setup, pandas. Lower high setup. I don't like to trade outside bar reversals here. We're below the 20 EMA once again. Potential H4 on a 10K chart. Potential H4. I don't know if it's going to hit it though. Looking for this lower high setup here. Terrible signal bar. Terrible signal bar. We need a good signal bar here in the lower high setup. Some reservations though, right? 2 bull bars in a row. Now we're above the 20 EMA. Good morning, pandas. Phil W, congrats, congrats. Juptia asks, what software is this? This is NinjaTrader. Thanks, pandas, for answering that question. Terrible signal bar, but this is a lower high setup. Whew. We could be doing a spike in channel here. Spike, channel. This could be a spike in channel. SMJ World asks, which symbol do you trade? Look at the title of the video, or look at the frequently asked questions in the description. We'll answer all those questions for you. Pandas. L4 setup on the 10K chart. I didn't think it was possible, but it's looking a very real possibility now. Wow. L4 on the 10K chart on the measure move. Pandas, I gotta take this. I gotta take this if it triggers. I gotta go short here once this triggers. This is the 10K tick chart, 10,000 tick chart. We haven't triggered the L4 yet. We missed it by 1 tick. Some may think that's good enough as a micro double top, but the market is being stingy. It's not showing its cards. It's not showing its cards, but some people will consider that still an L4 setup. L4 setup right there with a double top. Ooh, this is a lower high setup I was looking for. We also have an L4 setup potentially on the 2K chart. But I like this lower high setup. I actually do like this lower high setup. A good signal bar. Let's see if this L4 triggers here. L4 is a higher probability trade here. We need to break above yesterday's close for the 10K chart. Friday's close, sorry. For the 10K chart to trigger its own L4. Come on. L4 trigger on the 10K chart. Still hasn't triggered. L4 on the 2K chart just triggered here. I'm looking to go short here, pandas. Getting a little choppy here, but I like this L4 setup. Little choppy. It's a little choppy right here. Doji bar. Micro double top on yesterday's close. With the L4 setup. Are we gonna trigger the L4 on the 10K chart? If we break above yesterday's close, L4 triggers on the 10K chart. 10K chart has an L4 setup. L4 setup on 10K chart. Pandas, this is incredible. We got an L4 on the 10K on a measure move. I might be just trading the 10K chart right now. Especially if I want to take this measure move. Especially if I want to take this reversal here. I like it also on the 2K chart. Alright, pandas, I'm taking this. On the 2K chart. Whew. Alright, pandas, I'm taking this. Reducing my risk, just the top of this signal bar here. I'm okay losing this. Might be a little too eager right there. It's okay if I lose this. I'm still looking at the 10K. I just saw this L4 on, and also a failed breakout right here on yesterday's close or Friday's close. And I thought that was a good setup here with the L4. And so that's why I took it, and that to me was enough reason. That risk and probability was good enough for me to take this trade. And I'm okay with losing this trade because I thought it was a good setup. It might have just been too choppy, and that's what maybe I missed, and you know, it is what it is. But to me, the setup looked good enough with all the things going for it that I thought it would be worth taking, right? With basically a 1 to 3 risk. 1 to 3 risk ratio here. Most likely we'll get stopped out just from how this, you know, trigger bar ended. That's very disappointing, right? You do not want to see that. But pandas, it's okay. I'm willing to lose this because the setup I thought was good enough. Notice though, pandas, on the 10K chart. Well, we'll just keep our eyes on this and I'll show you the 10K chart, how it looks like. 10K chart actually looks kind of bullish right now. But we'll keep our eyes on here because this trade is still active. We haven't stopped out yet. We're sticking to our plan. We're just sticking to our stop loss here. It is what it is if you lose this. Sticking to our guns here. Sticking to our guns. Could have came out break even, but sticking to our guns here. Whew! Touch my target. Touch my target. Teasing me, just touched my target. Just watching. Trade is still active. Hit my target perfectly, bounced off of it. It's looking grim, pandas. It's looking grim. It is choppy and it's the top of the trading range now. Unfortunately, I mean, I wasn't gonna skunk it just because the trade was still good in my opinion. But it looks like I'm getting stopped out here. Just looking at the price action, seeing how it's above the 20 EMA like this, and failed breakdown of the 20 EMA, coming back up. Pandas! That hurts. What a way to start the stream. What a way to start the week. I actually touched my target and bounced right off of it. And gliding above the 20 EMA, but maybe the better setup was that the L5 setup, but nah, I thought I had enough right here. I thought I had enough right there. But pandas, it is what it is, you know, you lose some of those. I think maybe hindsight, it might have been too choppy. 10K chart, the H4 or the L4 is still valid, but the 10K is actually gliding above the 20 EMA now. And it just looks choppy on the 10K as well. We're getting so many overlapping bars. It's unfortunate. It stopped me out by one tick, as you saw right there. One tick stopped me out. It went up one tick just to stop me out. I had my stop order right there and reverse right on my one tick. Who knows? This can keep going up. Now it's looking a little bullish because we're like failing to break below the 20 EMA. As you see, we try to break below here, comes right back up, reverses. But failed to break above yesterday's or Friday's close. In my opinion, though, that risk was worth it. I'm thinking maybe when that trap trigger, I should just came out break even. Or skunked it. But it's all good. I still think it was worth it. L4 setup. $10K chart still showing the L4 setup on the 10K chart. Potential double top here. Break of trend. L4 back to the top. Man, if this if this comes down to my scalp again, it literally just wanted to stop me out and then come back and finally fill me. Because that literally to the tick just stopped me out, reversed. I almost don't want it to come back down. I almost want it to just break out. And I just want to be happy I came out with my stop order right there, my stop loss. All good, pandas. Hitting the stop loss again. I'll be sweating if I was still in the trade though. It's getting very choppy now. Very choppy. Very choppy here. 10K chart pandas starting to form the L4. I might be interested here. I'm gonna swing this for maybe a couple points though. Maybe to the bottom of the trading range. Maybe to the 20 EMA. I'm gonna try to swing a trade here if it does trigger. L4 on the 10K chart. Terrible signal bar though for L4 setup on the 10K chart. Not as bad. Right now it's looking okay, not as bad. Okay, pretty terrible signal bar to be honest. But I still like it. The risk is not that large, especially for 10K. Seeing if we're choppy, we're at the top of the trading range now. Just having my eyes on the 10K chart right now. I think my next trade might be on the 10K chart. See how 5 minute looks like? 5 minutes just riding above the 20 EMA easily. Easily showing us bullishness. I mean, this is pretty bullish so far. That looks pretty bullish to me on the 5 minute chart. Man, the 2K chart is too choppy. I cannot trade a 2K chart. 10K chart. Let's just say if this triggers and it reverses, we can have an uptrend day today. That's what I'm thinking. If we actually trap out on this 10K chart trade on the L4 setup, a couple things that will let me know that this is a bull trend. If we clearly break above this measure move, maybe about 2-3 points we break above it, then I'll say this measure move was disrespected and just it has no weight. And if that's the case, then we can keep going upwards. Or if we trigger this L4 and the L4 traps, that could be another sign that we might be a bull trend. Coupled with the fact that we're above the 20 EMA, right? Look at these tails hitting the 20 EMA, bouncing off of it on the 10K chart. Also on the 5 minute chart, tries to break down, fails, keeps going up. So the 5 minute chart's looking pretty bullish in my opinion, right? It's basically a spiking channel at this point. Spike, and we have a channel here on the 5 minute chart. But right now my eyes are on the 10K chart, looking for the next reversal. I mean, the 2K chart looks pretty bullish also. I mean, we're above the 20 EMA now. My premise might be wrong here. It could be wrong, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being wrong. I just need to be quick and realize when I am wrong. Measure move is right here. And it tried to spike up to it and is reversing. I think the 10K chart would help us here the most. Skip all that noise that's happening. My eyes are set on this L4, double top, measure move, breakup trend, potential reversal here. Watching 10K chart just because the 2K chart is too choppy for me. This is too choppy. 10K chart resolves those chops in one bar. All that chop is probably just this one bar. All that chop is probably just this one bar. Do not copy my trades, pandas. Do not copy any pandas. Richard Harris says 4-0. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Jan Major says, why 10K chart? Mainly because... Okay, pandas. What's going on here? Very good signal bar here. I'm gonna swing this. Swinging this for a couple points. I might swing this for the double risk here, and that's 2 times the risk of this one bar. And we're gonna try to swing this right here, pandas. Terrible. Terrible. Wow. Okay, that was a trap for sure for me. That trapped me. That tricked me like crazy. Amazing signal bar. Amazing signal bar with the L4 setup on the 10K chart. What a trick. What a trick. Whew. Alright, this might be a bull trend day, pandas. That tricked me. That really got me. I am shocked how I was a fool right there who tried to go short, and that was amazing. That the market is vicious, pandas. I can't believe that is crazy. That is crazy to me. That just literally trapped me. That got me so bad, and it just reversed, trapped me out. Who knows what happens now? Measure move does get hit. Pandas, that wow. Pandas. Pandas. Whew. That got me. That amazing signal bar, L4 setup, double top, measure move, 10K chart. Amazing. Like, that's like one of the setups that I would look for in a long time. And the moment I entered it, it just reversed, trapped out. Man, pandas. I'm sorry. I just had to take that. I had to take that. I mean, you gotta take that risk. You gotta take the risk when you see a good setup. But man, that's vicious. That got me. Oof. Ooh. Ouch. Okay. It's all good, pandas. All good, pandas. Amazing. That's amazing. How that trapped out. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Bravo, market. Bravo. You got me. Man, that wow. Alright. Okay. I know when I've been trapped. I admit it. That was a pretty bad trap. It got me. Okay, this is the measure move, and it's breaking above it a little bit. I want to see how high it breaks above it. It pokes above it by what, like almost a point. Absolutely incredible, pandas. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. Man, that setup to me. Sorry, I'm just like ruminating about the setup, because that setup, I would take that setup. I don't know. 9 out of 10 times I would take that setup. Choppiness, top of the trading range as well. Man, oh man, that got me. But with that being said, we could possibly be in a bull trend day today, and it might be worth just switching that bias. But I had to take it. I had to try it. I had to look for that swing trade. And I thought it was worth it. I thought it was worth it, pandas. And so you gotta take it, you know, and it hurts when you're wrong. But you know, if you see the setup, you gotta try. Wow, that got me. Sorry, pandas. Let's see here. Martin Yusuf Butcher says, you lost 2.4% of your count for a scalp. What's your max allowed loss per day? I don't have a max allowed loss. I just take the best setups. If I see a good setup, I take it. If I lose, I lose it. Yeah, Daniel has. I feel you, man. Tired of the red days as well. John Cena. Yeah, trade at your own risk. Don't copy my trades, please. I can, you know, on my streams, like especially when I'm streaming, you know, you got all these like external pressures that you don't have when you just trade by yourself. But you know, it is what it is. So I would say never copy my trades, especially with the delay you guys probably have. Plus the fact that I'm trying to essentially articulate everything I'm trying to say and lose a lot of my trading because of that. But it is what it is, you know. I mean, I saw that setup. I thought it was okay and worth taking my opinion on 10K chart. Looking for a scalp, but man, that got me. That really got me. Wow. Wow, wow. Killian says, I stopped trying to pick tops and bottoms, losing too much. Richard Harris says, 6-0, baby, let's go. Hey, at least you guys are making money. Even though I'm losing money, you guys are making money, and it's all good. Man, I'm not that upset though. I'm really not that upset. I saw two good setups. I saw two L4 setups. I saw L4 setup, and it actually does hit my target and reverses. I think the things that probably should have stopped me was the fact that I was recognizing that we were pretty strong uptrend here on the 10K chart as we're bouncing on the 20 MA. Also the 5-minute chart looked very, very bullish in my opinion. But I thought it was enough at least to make a scalp here, you know, on the 10K chart with that setup. L4 on the 10K. It just didn't work out this time. And you know, you lose $1,000. It's all good. The plan never changes though. You know, if you see a good setup, you gotta take it. And hopefully if it's a system with a winning edge, then in the long term, you'll be profitable. I'm just saying right now, pandas, to get to 20K has been one of the hardest things right now for some reason. It's just, I can't get to 20K. I can't do it. It's just like the market's does not want me to do it. Even with these good setups. Goodness. Man, with a signal bar like that. Breaking top, above. Jeez. That got me, man. One tick below and it reversed immediately. That got me. That got me good. Alright, pandas. What's our next setup? What do we look for now? Nothing like a solid $1,000 loss in the first 30 minutes of trade. Nothing to get your feet wet other than that. You're thinking bull trend day today now. You're thinking bull trend day today? That's what I'm thinking. The measure move has been disrespected. And now I'm gonna look for long trades here. Let's see what happens here. The thing is, the long trades might not even give you second entries. Might be like, for some reason these days, when it has been uptrends, it's been things like this. Multiple traps in a row, all first entries. Multiple traps in a row, all first entries. Right, there was a two-legged pullback here, but wasn't close to 20 MA. I remember missing that one. Right, all traps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, you know, you have 6 traps in a row here. Actually, 6 traps. You got 7 traps in a row right here. You know, all these traps are all first entries. Actually, this is second entry here. Oh, sorry, not 6. This is 6 traps in a row. Sorry, this is to the downside. But first entry here fails. Second entry here, or second entry here, and then a higher low, second entry, double bottom. That actually was a good setup there. I missed that one because I was looking for the reversal. But in my opinion, this had all of the ingredients for the reversal. And yeah, I mean, you gotta take it, you gotta try. You gotta try. It actually makes the higher high now. Oh. Let's see if we get to like a pullback. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We have another trap trade here, but top of the spiking channel. This doesn't even make the two-legged pullback. Still on the first entry. We don't have a two-legged pullback here. Currently, it's a hidden two-legged pullback. That's what we would call this. A, B, C. It's not a technical two-legged pullback. It's a hidden two-legged pullback, or an optical two-legged pullback, I like to call it. It does trigger the first entry here. Potentially two-legged pullback. Back to the 20 MA. But that's what we were getting with these kind of days. We get a first entry, and these first entries just scalp out and it keeps going up. And it's hard to enter into those first entries because we're looking for those two-legged pullbacks. It's been like that last couple days. Very frustrating. And then finally, when like a two-legged pullback does happen, it's just way overextended by that point. It's getting a little choppy here. I mean, technically we could have a two-legged pullback. It looks a little wonky, but it's like this. Let's see if we get it. Just watching. Alright, pandas, this is not doing anything right now. What's going on with the chat? Earn to trade or Lilu or up profit. These are the prop firms. Richard Hare says, just reached my highest level on Battlefield 5. Talk about off topic, but cool, man. Congrats. This is what I'm talking about when the first entries, it just makes, in and of itself, just keeps going up from the first entry. Can't even enter here. No two-legged pullback. No setup for us. If it breaks the pivot high, previous pivot high, then we lose our two-legged pullback. I mean, I wouldn't short here. In my opinion, we could have a bull trend day today. We're just above the 20 EMA so far. Like, the only way you could really go short is if you break below the 20 EMA and then maybe retest the highs. You know, that's basically the only setup right now. But the 20 EMA is acting very strong, right? Very strong support, as you can see here. 20 EMA, strong support on 10K chart. 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart, acting as support. So when the 20 EMA is acting like such a strong support, you got to ask yourselves, you know, are the institutions looking at the 20 EMA? They might just be buying with limit orders off the 20 EMA. We lost our two-legged pullback. No entries here. But in my opinion, since the measure move has been disregarded, measure move was right here on a daily, and we're above it. And not only that, the 10K chart L4 setup fails. Immediately, instantly reverses the moment I enter that trade. It reverses, and those L4 setups are high probable trades. And so, when that fails like that, you got to consider rethinking your premise, and no longer thinking reversal, thinking probably bull trend day today. Even though this is uptrend, it's so choppy. It looks so choppy. Very choppy looking. Times like this, it's good to look for gaps. If there are gaps anywhere. Right now, no gaps that I see really. I see some negative gaps, but no serious gaps I see. It's markets, man. Now it's like so choppy, just going upwards. Very hard to trade in my opinion. Very hard to trade. I mean, technically, if you think it's just gonna be an uptrend day today, you just buy. You can buy right here, hold, have a big stop, and just see how high you can go. Technically, you can do that. I mean, it looks pretty bullish. Like, if I were to look at this chart, and if you were to ask me, is this bullish or bearish? I mean, the obvious answer is it's bullish. It's just going up. It's up. It's going up. We're finding support here. But when I think about it a little more deeply, and I see all of this chop, even this chop here, even the fact that the trading range indicator is starting to create a trading range, right, all this chop here, even though it is bullish, I'm seeing with the price action it's choppy, but it's choppy but still very strongly above the 20 EMA. It's just confusing to me. Days like this, too many mixed messages. It's like a Kellyanne, let's go, baby. Congrats, congrats. Let's get it. Huh. What is this? What's happening here? We're getting a ledge here now. Out of nowhere. 5 hits in a row. Random ledge out of nowhere. 5 hits in a row. That's interesting. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a micro quint top right now on the 2K chart. I'm not sure if that's telling us anything. But I do notice it. Poked above the quint top by 1 tick. The thing you need to notice is that on a very, very small scale that this is a trading range in itself, right? Even though we're in an uptrend, it's very choppy going upwards. In fact, so choppy, it's creating these small micro trading ranges. Micro trading range is just like one bar on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, it's just one bar. Trading range is created by single bars here. It's not like swing trades. It's not like a swings. Trading range is not created by swings. The trading ranges are created just by these bars, 1 bar each. Poked above the ledge, 2 ticks. very, very not nice market to trade right now. I just, no entries, nothing, no conviction anywhere for me, other than most likely we're in an uptrend or a bull trend day today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull bars in a row on the 10K chart. I would like to enter a trade. I need a pullback. I got nothing here. Got nothing. Whew. Cavalry Trader asked, 2K chart, 9:52 a.m. The bull candle form. Do you consider that as a failed second entry? 9:52. Let me see. Oh, this one. Failed second entry. Well, this is a perfect scalp, and actually, it is a failed second entry. A, B, C, and it makes a perfect scalp. Creates a spike, and that is a trap here, but as you can see, obviously doesn't mean much in this kind of choppiness. But that is technically a failed. Technically it's not actually, because it made a perfect scalp. So the fact that it touched the 1-point scalp and reversed right on it, you know, there are some trap traders there, but maybe not enough to have actually reversed the market here. This might be one of those days. It just grinds up forever. It might be one of those days, pandas. It's hard to tell though. It's always, you can always tell, you know, with hindsight bias, but while it's happening, it's very, very hard to enter in. Karthik Nagasen says, so easy to see these things in hindsight. Man, right now I want to hop inside the DeLorean to go back in time to go long at every pullback to the EMA with a good signal bar. Karthik, if you had a DeLorean, trust me, that's the last thing I would do. I would just go and buy a lottery ticket. That's all you need to do. Forget futures, man. You just win like 3 lotteries in a row. Killian, congrats. You are very close. And that is that's very good for only 4 months of trading. Very, very good in my opinion. Very interesting, pandas. I mean, I'm about to just go long anywhere here and just see if I can see how high you can go. But see, the problem is when you do that, you have to consider where you can put your stop. I guess you put your stop loss maybe 1 tick below here. And you see how high you can go from there. And it's always in long trades, as Albrooks will call it. Small candles, just keeps going up. I don't know, pandas. Might just buy somewhere here. Could just be really one of those days that just goes up forever. I don't know. I just don't know. No idea. No idea. I mean, this... There's no entries here. Not saying I don't know, like, it's a bull trend or bear trend day today. It's just no entries. It's just no entries. I mean, I'd love to enter in here, but it's just no entries. It's going upwards, but it's going in a very choppy manner. It's not giving us any entries here. Al Brooks will say that the bulls are trapped out, the bears are trapped in. The bulls are trapped out as in they can't find any entries, and the bears are trapped, or the bulls are trapped out, they can't find any entries, the bulls are trapped in because they're in this and they're trying to get out, but they can't. They're trying to scale in multiple times, and you know, sooner or later they're gonna give up, and this is where you're gonna see a parabolic movement when all the bears start to give up. This is kind of what we might be seeing here. The bears are starting to give up, and you can see it starting to get parabolic here. Look at that. Look at that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Man, but that got me, man. Ah, wow. That 10K L4 setup. That's one that you see and just like, man, you gotta take it. And if you lose it, you lose it. But you just gotta take it. I still like this setup. No regrets. No entries, pandas. I mean, when you get something like this where every bar can have and break below the previous, you know, like the previous bar's low, you know something's up, something's strong. Like this bull trend is actually very strong. It's a lot stronger than it seems like. Because we can't break below any, you know, previous candle's low. It's having a hard time doing that. And when it does, it's very small. Very small here. Actually traps out here. Here it does it like barely, like just 6 ticks here, which is, you know, just 1 point over a perfect scalp. The pullbacks are not that large. The market's trying to pull back. Every time it pulls, it just reverses right back. Jacob Lesnick says, been long 2 contracts since 67. 67, 2 contracts. Ooh. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not sure where your entry was, but congrats. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're about 4 points in. That's about 400 bucks. Almost $500. That's pretty good. Better than me, let's just say. All right. I think not sure how much more I can take of this, to be honest. Just staring at this, seeing myself trapped out. Not much we can do here, pandas. At least for me. I got no entries here. And for those who made money today, congrats. very happy for you guys. You know, at the end, you know, the whole point of the stream is, I hope you guys are doing amazing. You know, even though like I'm sucking right now, at the end, if you guys are doing well, you know, that's at least for me the point of the stream. You know, to be with the community. So. If you guys are making money, that makes me happy, even though I'm losing some, but it's okay, pandas. Hey man, we're green overall. We're green overall. It's just a rut. This is a big rut. One of the longest ruts I've been in. It's just like if you get days like this, what are you gonna do? I think a big thing was like when I first began. I began at a time where the market was so volatile and everyone was at home, and I think everyone was starting to get into futures trading, and it was just like there were so many setups, so many good days, right? The days were so volatile, like the scalping was amazing, and I think I got really spoiled because now we're hitting summertime again. Around this time last year, it would be so easy to make these scalps, but man, this lull I think is a little more accurate to typical summers. What am I gonna do here? Am I gonna go long here, pandas? Like, I can't go long here. I cannot go long here. Too far from the 20 MA. I can't go short here either. I'm trapped out of the market right now. And that's where I'm finding myself. Just watching. Got no setups right now. And the market now is just going completely sideways. Absolutely terrible. It's terrible. Price action is terrible. No entries here along the entire way. It's a trap, but too far from a 20 MA. Spike, channel, but for me, this makes the most sense. This trend line right here, because we have a couple hits off of it. 1, 2, 3 hits off of it. So, in my opinion, this is a good line to use. Just because we had multiple hits. We had 3 hits on it. Another one here. Let me see how this looks. A little sloppier, but that also could be very accurate. Just from here to here. Alright, pandas. I think that's it. That's it for me today. Pandas, hey, I know today was a down day. And this is how I'm feeling right now. Losing day today. It's all good, pandas. Hey, we'll get it tomorrow. I mean, when you see those setups that you like, you gotta take it, even if it hits you. And I honestly have no regrets with those trades. Of course, it sucks that I lost them, but if I like a setup, I take it, and I'm willing to lose, you know, whatever risk, you know, that makes sense. With, you know, I just use the signal bar as my risk, and so it is what it is. And you know, sometimes it happens, and the important thing is, though, really try to stick to the plan. And if you start to feel tilted, you know, you gotta take a break. I'm not really feeling tilted right now, I don't think. I just don't see any entries. I just don't know what to do right now. And so maybe when there's a good entry, might want to enter in, but who knows what kind of day it's gonna be today. At the end, I think it looks like a bull trend day today, and just keep going up forever. But you know, it is what it is. So, pandas, hey, make sure you hit that like button. I know it's a losing day, but hopefully still we're entertained. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade safe, everybody. Trade safe. Always happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.